So the band on Focus now is a familial gathering of vibrantly diverse personalities rallying around personal, socio-political and environmental issues. In its ranks including activists, an organic farmer, a life coach, a permaculture designer, a Buddhist bodybuilder champ, flippin' heck, 2 music teachers, an adventurer, an abortist entrepreneur, I don't think I even know what that is, and a doctor of psychology. I do know what that is. With me now is Koral, frontwoman and songwriter from the Colorado band Niceness. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, good. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, no, it's great to have you. Which of those day job titles covers you?
I have a small farm at 9,000 feet on a mesa outside Telluride, and I also do some creativity coaching, consulting, and I'm an activist at heart.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, then. Anyway, I was just interested there. I was being nosy. We don't care about that, though. We care about the band. It's all about Niceness. There's 8 members of the band. Can you tell me about them? Who does what?
Yeah, so a few of the guys have been playing on and off for years in various projects in the region. I used to go see them play when I was younger, so it's just been amazing to have this opportunity to create with them. So we are an 8-piece band. Mikey G is on drums, Basie on keys, Johnny B on percussion. Those 3 have been playing on and off for the last 15, 20 years. Mike Enriquez is playing bass, Dustin Wilson on guitar, John White on saxophone, as well as Danny D'Alessandro. So we're all super unique in our own interests and passions in life, which I think is one of the cool things that we found just coming together, that we can join and create music in hope of inspiring others to gather together in the spirit of niceness and oneness, and, you know, put our differences and potential different perspectives aside.
Okay, I was going to ask why you called Niceness. I think you've pretty much just covered it.
Yeah, I mean, we want to encourage niceness in the world, remembering that we're all one global family. You know, the main motivation, inspiration of our music and why we love playing live so much.
So Niceness began in 2014. What kicked things off? How did you guys get together?
Yeah, so, some of these guys have been playing for years, and one of my dear friends posted a video on Facebook of me freestyling during some greenhouse jam sessions we had been having. And one of the members, our old bass player, reached out and asked if I liked reggae and if I'd be interested in trying out for a new reggae project they were putting together. So I was so nervous and almost let it pass me by, but it just felt like such an incredible opportunity. So I went down for the first practice, and lo and behold, it was a few of these guys I had been watching play for years. So it was really an honor, and you can imagine how excited I was. So that's kind of how it all started. And then we just started playing covers at first. So within a year, we had enough repertoire and original material that we were able to make it into the studio to record our first album, Sunshine. That's available now online, everywhere. Check it out. That was really awesome. And it kind of took some years before we were able to make it back into the studio. But we did do that at the beginning of 2020, and we just released our second album earlier this month.
Awesome. We'll cover that in a minute, though. What we'll do first is play a song off of that album. Which one did you choose?
Well, let's start with What a Day.
The song is called What a Day. The band is Niceness. You can see the music video on YouTube right now. A new album is out, and a cracker it is too. It's your second one, is that correct?
Yes.
So tell me about the latest release. It is entitled Realise. It's got multiple very, very good songs on it. I am a big fan. Mind you, I say that to most people, but then I just love the tunes. I love the genre of music in general. but yeah, can you tell us a bit more about the album?
Yeah, so since, we were in the studio for our first album, we've been working on a lot of new tunes, and we decided that we wanted to head back into the studio. We decided to go a different route this time and record analog to 2-inch tape. So we all got together and schemed on our favorite, most respected engineers and producers who we'd want to work with. We put together our dream list, so to speak. And Jim Fox from Lion and Fox Recording in DC was the top of everyone's list. He actually engineered and mixed and mastered 8750, who a couple of my bandmates, that was their original band back in the late 80s, 90s. He is a legend in the reggae world, having worked with so many of the greats. So we figured what we had to lose. So we reached out, and he was so receptive and so kind and enthusiastic about the project. And yeah, we flew him out to California. We went to Prairie Sun Studios, just north of San Francisco in Cotati, where we spent almost 2 weeks there, staying on site, recording live in their Studio B. We were all together. It was an incredible experience. And fortunately, we were able to get out there in February of 2020, so it was right before COVID really took off here in the United States. So we were super fortunate to have made it out there and gotten all the tracks recorded before we went down into lockdown. So this past year, it's taken a little longer than we initially thought, but it's been keeping us busy with the mixes and everything. And we're just so excited to finally be releasing this music to the world, and are really stoked on the warmth and just the authentic live vibe that comes through in the analog recording.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it, actually. The flow that the album's got from track one. I mean, people don't necessarily listen to music that way anymore, but I listen from, the first track till the last, and it's just got a really nice flow going all the way through it.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it was incredible to record all together, and with analog, as you probably know, I mean, you can't take a million cuts of the same track. So it really was a call to presence for all of us. And yeah, it's just, Jim is an incredible engineer, and he really captured the essence of the band and our just live and direct vibe. So that was pretty special.
It definitely is. Having listened to the whole thing, you should be really pleased with it, and you sound like you are. So, hooray! That is good. Now, you said that I could choose one of my favourites, and I feel alongside the reggae stylings of What a Day, the next song really worked out well to show kind of the spectrum of tunes on the album, as it has a more upbeat, kind of near ska feel to it. If you would be so kind, could you let us know more about the next tune, Story of a Girl, and introduce it?
Of course. This one is near and dear to my heart. All the songs I write, I usually write them on my ukulele or piano, guitar. So, they definitely transform once we bring them to life with the band. But I was just going through some stuff at the time and decided I wanted to write a ballad of sorts. It was kind of my personal story ballad, claim to just acknowledging my history and what's brought me to now, and the lessons I'm continuing to learn and expand in as I walk on this path. So yeah, it's just a little bit about my journey, my personal journey. So yes, this is Niceness, Story of a Girl.
Have you ever heard the story of the girl who set out on her own?
Offbeat Reggae Radio, playing the finest reggae, rocksteady, roots, dub and ska. Andy here, still with Koral from the band Niceness. Story of a Girl, you've now heard 2 tracks from the album, tracks 2 and 3. Actually, as it goes. The album is called Realise. It is out right now. Go and have a listen. Add it to your collection. You will not be disappointed. Now, Koral, I will be adding audio players, a bio, video and more to your bespoke page on the Offbeat Reggae Radio Show website. From there, I will link to every one of your various social media portals too. So for all things Niceness, there are 2 options, nicenessband.com or offbeatreggae.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem at all. So it's the last section of the interview now, and you have a choice. An influence or music that you are passionate about right now. What did you choose and why?
So the last few years, I have really been loving the artist Natalie Rise from Australia. She's got an incredible band, Australian Jamaican band that she has been touring with. And Natalie is truly just a beautiful spirit, a big inspiration to me. As she is just the epitome of art in action, with her vision truly reaching beyond the stage. She is embodying all that she sings about and is calling us all to action, to rise up, remembering who we are, and continuing to raise the frequency. So music is all about healing. It's all about lifting the vibration, calling people together. And she's just a beautiful bright light in this reggae genre and the music industry in whole. So I just, much love and gratitude for all of her music. A new single, not super new, but 2019, she put out a single, Fear and Dread, which is the song I chose, which I just feel is so appropriate for these times where there's so much unknown, confusion, unrest amongst, everyone in the world, with a pandemic to just a lot of unrest. So just a reminder to stay present in the heart and keep rising and shining that light.
Lovely. Let's get it on. Have a listen. The Influence. Was it an influence or a passionate track? Which one would you say it was? Maybe both.
I think it's both. Thank you. Yes. I mean, she's amazing.
Natalie Rise, Fear and Dread plays right now on Offbeat Reggae Radio. So, it is an influence, and it is also a song that we are passionate about right now. Natalie Rise, Fear and Dread. Thank you so much for talking to me, Koral, from the band Niceness. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been lovely to have you on, and I really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, thank you so much, Andy. It's amazing to be able to connect with the reggae family all around the world. So just much gratitude for sharing Niceness and for having me on the show today.
So if anybody is now a big fan of Niceness, like myself, you can find out more from their bespoke page, as I said, from offbeatreggae.com, or go and check out nicenessband.com. All of the information is there too.